Hello everyone and welcome back to Adventures with Kalive. In this episode, we are going to head on down into the Shar Temple / Thorn Mausoleum. And in order to do that, we just got to go past the House of Healing. There's going to be a little stairwell up here. And if we walk up even further, we're going to see that there is Raphael waiting for us. And some nice sounds. Let's go talk to Raphael.
Our hero thought but of treasure ahead, did not consider the peace of the dead. Through the dark he went creeping, and awoke what was sleeping. A new grave they dug, which he himself fed.
Ooh, spooky.
A warning no less. Don't tell me you're worried about me.
Merely protecting my assets. I've grown quite fond of you, you know, in my way. I thought it only fair to warn you about the dangers ahead.
What dangers are those?
Oh, we both know they are soon to be revealed. It would be pointless of me to try to bar you from entering. But I can set the scene, as it were. Prepare you for your role.
Fine, paint me the picture.
There is a stage down in the dark upon which a great drama has suspended itself in time. Its actors dwell there still, mired in the languor of their long tired scenes. If you, however, through the dark, go creeping and awake what is sleeping, chances are many more graves than yours alone will soon be fed.
Okay, so we can do persuasion. We do have favorable beginnings. Paint me a clearer picture than that.
Very well. There is a creature that lurks in silence and shadow. A creature who, like me, is very much of the infernal persuasion. Should it make its way out through the very doors you are about to brazenly swing open, you'll have unleashed a pestilence upon this realm. In truth, it is carnage incarnate. So if you meet the devil of which I speak, kill it. Consider no other course of action.
You're still only telling me half of what you really know. I can tell.
This creature and I go back a long way. I admit it would be in my best interest as well should it remain trapped in the dark. Or misplace its head, perhaps?
What are we talking here? Lemur? Pit Fiend? Orthon?
Getting warmer. Warmer. Hot.
Are you afraid of this creature, Raphael?
Listen here, Pipsqueak. Do not underestimate this opponent. At best, you will have the blink of an eye to strike. Strike first, strike true, defy the odds, for they are distinctly in its favor. That much I owe the bastard to concede. After all, if there is one rule I hold dear, it's that one must always give the devil his due.
Okay, so that's going to be the quest from Raphael. He wants us to help him kill his old enemy. And we did get an update for the Pale Elf. So if you have Astarion in your party, at this point, when you talk to Raphael, he's going to ask Raphael questions, and Raphael's going to make a deal. If you take out his old enemy for him, then he will give Astarion the answers that he is seeking. So that's kind of the deal. But if you don't have Astarion in your party, you don't really have any incentive to actually do this sort of thing. It's really just going to be, what comes down to checks when you meet this creature, or, however you feel. There's not really any benefit for you either way. Alright, so let's head inside. Alright, here we are in the mausoleum, and from this point we can gather quite a bit of information about Ketheric Thorm and what he did down here.
Me, Zirel, Minthara, whoever you are, leave. I shall carry out General Thorm's will alone.
Alright, so this is a Herald of Balthazar. And this is pretty much a talking head for Balthazar. And Balthazar is not in this general area, but he's deeper in. And so he just was using the head to talk through.
Should mind my step.
So as we walk through, you can kind of read through this.
Here lies Melodia Thorm, beloved wife and mother. E Amiel Telere Manon here.
So we know this is where his wife is at. And usually you can find some diaries. So you can find these diaries throughout. If you read these diaries, you kind of get the picture of what Ketheric Thorm went through whenever he lost his wife and lost his daughter, and kind of his mindset and how he turned to Shar, and eventually actually turned to Merkel, it says in these diaries. So a lot of information from these books. So here's the first one. A lot of grief there. And you can kind of walk through these other places. You can kind of see more information about what Balthazar was doing.
Bones everywhere. Someone's been engaging in dark rituals here.
Yeah, so you can tell like Balthazar was in this area. He's the one that would do that. And bones. There's more diaries for Ketheric Thorm. There's a backpack here. So there's a few things you can loot. Once you're done, we want to go to this next section here. There's another diary in this room over here. Actually, there's a chest as well, so we can go get that chest. Let's go grab this chest. I think it's actually has something that we need.
I suppose a mausoleum's a fitting place for the Lord of the Dead.
Okay, so if you recognize the Merkel symbol, and that's going to be important, as we'll see later on, but that's going to be sort of important now if you're reading the books, the diaries. You're going to find out that that Ketheric Thorm, when he lost his wife and daughter, turned to Merkel to kind of bring about a way to bring them back. Let's pick up this chest. 14. Let's just grab some guidance. And we get this nice cloak, and you gain 8 temporary hit points after casting a spell while in melee. So, definitely something that we can give to Will, who does not have a cloak now. Alright, so that's going to be helpful. And there's probably another book in here, I think. Yeah, stained book. You can search through this area. The way out of this place is you have to go through this area. And there's a temple map here. I don't know if we have to read this or not. Yeah, it might be important later.
Looks like there's a temple under this place. And something deadly sealed inside it.
Yeah, so that's another ominous warning. It kind of lines up with what Raphael was telling us.
An open tomb. Empty. Not ominous in the slightest.
Alright, so that's the open tomb.
There's more to this place. I'm sure of it. Lady Shar's presence is near.
We see the trap here that was found by Karlach. Shadowheart's going to go into a lot of dialogue about Lady Shar because we are heading into a Sharan temple. And there's a Shar image right here. And we found out that Ketheric Thorm's wife is a Sharan believer. So let's separate so we're not like stepping on these plates. If you step on these plates, it will fire off a lot of the traps here. There's all these little heads everywhere, and it will cause a lot of damage, so we want to not do that.
Susun Elg Oloth.
Isabel's not so final resting place. Ketheric Thorm has a problem with letting things die.
Okay, so Shadowheart recognized that this was actually Isobel's tomb, and Isobel is the same Isobel as the one that's protecting Last Light Inn right now. So now we know that Isobel, that's Ketheric Thorm's daughter, and that's why he wanted to capture her without killing her. So there's a lot of information there. And there's a little puzzle here. We can see these buttons, and the buttons kind of, there's 3 of them, so there's 3 paintings, and we want to press them in order. If you don't press them in order, it will trigger a trap. So we need to press them. First is the Moonrise Towers.
Step carefully. There's a trap.
And let's try to avoid the traps.
Step
Oh.
carefully. There's a
What did I
trap.
click on? Okay. Then we have to go and click on, oh, the one over here. So I'll just have somebody go over there and click that one.
I must keep going. Trap.
Okay, so those 2. And then the last one's going to be this one back here.
Watch how you go. There's a trap.
We did unlock the tomb, and so we can go back here.
Moving ahead.
So I'm going to get everybody back there. This would be a good time to loot, and then I can meet you in the next section. Alright, so once you're done looting the tombs here, the mausoleum, you can move on to the next room, and this is going to have this disc here. Let's go over here, and we can just click on this traversal gem. Alright, now we're at the Gauntlet of Shar, and so we have to actually go through the gauntlet in order to reach Balthazar.
Breathe deep and move.
The Gauntlet of Shar. Before my very eyes. The Dark Lady guided me here. She wanted me to find this place.
Yep, so we can read these little plaques on the ground here.
Shar, singer of eternal night, protector of the lost and forgotten. Cross from light into darkness. Give your life to the shadows. Offer your pain to Shar's embrace. Hear the night song.
Okay, and that's going to be some clues, I guess, for the next room.
The answer lies in darkness.
Alright, so we can... So the answer lies in darkness. So that means that we're going to have to get into darkness in order to see how to get through this.
Shar's warriors must not be caught, must not be tricked. Only loss awaits the unworthy.
A voice. Is that Shar herself who speaks?
Okay, yeah, that is Shar. We have to be very careful. There are traps in here. I don't know if you can actually disable these traps. So you want to go with just one person to go through this. There's actually a inner ring, and there's going to be an outer ring as well. And the outer ring's going to be a little bit harder to see, but if you want, you can actually just run in there and it'll knock you back. It's like that. And there are traps on the ground that if you spring them, it will cause blindness, and then you will start taking damage per turn. So you could do that. And another thing is that you can, in order to get through this, you have to know where the outer ring is. So you need to actually have that darkness in order to see it. I think you can cast a spell, darkness, as well. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think I actually have darkness learned at this point. So, yeah, it's not that big of a deal. You could do that. The entrance to the second ring
Trap. Be cautious.
is going to be past this trap right here. So just need to be very careful. And try to walk through here. And then we can see the middle ring. But there is actually an outer ring here. Take my word for it. And there we go. This is the gem. You get these umbral gems.
Welcome, child. Follow my voice and prove your worth.
Okay, so we disabled the traps here. And we've completed the first part of the gauntlet. We can complete it as a group too, if so it's you don't have to be by yourself. The very last part though will require it to take Shadowheart to do, so let's go through the door. There are these little tombs too you can loot if you wanted to loot. And the next part of it is this way. You'll get an autosave in between each one of the gauntlet, so you don't have to keep worrying about saving. But I would still recommend saving though. And these guys are actually not hostile because this is actually a part of Balthazar's group, but we will be attacked.
You do not belong here.
Your mind upends. Somehow, in the decayed soup of this creature's brain, a tadpole lives. Another presence nurtures it, manipulates it like a puppet.
No, you do not belong. This is the Dark Lady's house. She is no use for old, faithless bones.
You plunder. You meddle. You upset my plans. Leave.
Zarel sent me. I'm here to help a certain Balthazar.
Zarel lacks imagination. Zarel lacks faith. Zarel lacks in many ways, but I do not. Leave before... Stupid worm-infested cockhead! You have awoken the shadows! My forces are split. The defenses are thin. Rally on me. A wall of bone and blade against the darkness. Now!
Why did Lady Star's dead attack? Am I being tested?
It's always about Shadowheart. So you have to destroy these little umbral tremors. And those are what they keep spawning, these monsters, so you definitely want to get rid of those as soon as possible so that you're not getting like overrun. They don't have a lot of hit points, which is kind of nice. Alright, that's the fight. Yeah. So we have to talk to these guys again. Are they running off? Alright. We have to go follow them. They're going to go to Balthazar. So we can follow them and talk with Balthazar, and he'll kind of give us a little bit of guidance. Or you can just continue on with the rest of the gauntlets. All up to you. So we'll go talk to Balthazar. And Balthazar should be over here. Oh, get the waypoint. Oh, he's up here. So we got this waypoint here to the bottom area. The Gauntlet of Shar. Yeah, he's over this way. Now, fighting Balthazar is interesting. So we have a couple of options we can do here. And let's first talk with him, with somebody that's got some persuasion.
Onward in her name.
And then we can talk with Balthazar.
You prowl my battleground.
find yourself in a dead, putrid skull, somehow hosting a tadpole amongst a squirm of maggots. Another presence lurks within, manipulating the corpse like a puppet.
A friend. An uninvited friend. I did not request help.
Zarel sent me looking for someone called Balthazar.
Did she now? Enter. I will see if I have any use for you. Stinking pile of ogre aftermath! The quakes herald the shadows. They found me.
Okay, if you're wanting to fight Balthazar, your best bet is to let these guys take out as many of Balthazar's minions as possible. So we can just focus on the ones that are nearby us. This fight's pretty much the same as the other fight that we just did. Same mechanics where these portals are going to spawn out enemies, and we need to destroy the portals before they spawn out enemies. Okay, that's all. And there we go. This is Balthazar right here.
These boots have seen everything.
Justicars Soul Hunters. I don't think they have anything on them though. Oh, they do have some stuff on them. Oh, that was one of the skeletons. Yeah, I don't think the actual shadow guys have anything. Alright, let's go talk to Balthazar. Let me do a quick rest first.
I can't wait to sleep.
Now, a few things about Balthazar is that we need to talk with him, but during our conversations, we can attack him. So what you might want to do is try to set up for this by like spreading everybody out, getting people that would be like melee into melee range and so forth. So you can probably close this door as well. You have several opportunities to actually attack Balthazar. It doesn't have to be like right now, but you will be able to attack him later.
Ah, the interloper. And in one piece as well. Not just any true soul would have succeeded in following my path through this place. You should be pleased.
The options are attack him now, or help him, get more information from him, and then attack him later, just before the end of his particular quest that he gives us. Or if we don't do either one of those things, and we help him completely, we will wind up fighting him much later on as we're captured. So there's a couple of options in there. I say getting rid of him early as possible is the best way to go. But you can poke around and get some more information from him. So Balthazar, I presume, Zarel sent me. She thinks you're in danger of failing your master.
General Thorn? Rubbish. Everything is at hand here. Zarel merely envies the General's faith in me. I am in the midst of a grand strategy. But you're here now, and I may be able to put those limbs to work. You know what's at stake here, I take it.
Zarel spoke of a relic, something called the Night Song in your notes. They were very interesting.
Interesting and private. Give me one reason why I shouldn't have my creations kill you right now, thief.
So you can go with any one of these. You can also just go with Zarel gave me permission. Is that good enough for you?
Zarel exceeds her authority. But fine. I'll overlook your transgressions this time. There are much grander things at stake. The Night Song is my finest creation. If I never exceed myself, I will still die happy. Not that I ever intend to do something as gauche as truly dying, of course. Now, given your prying nature, I have work for you as a scout. The Night Song lends the General his strength, his invulnerability. It must be recovered before his enemies attempt to exploit it.
Alright, so at this point we have the updates that we needed, and we can probably just attack them. So I think I'd rather exploit the Night Song for myself after I've gotten rid of you.
Promising flesh, wasted on an idiot mind, I see. I'll salvage what parts I can from you.
We do get... oh, we get a pretty good roll here. Ghoul Medic. This guy is pretty high, so we can take out him. We should be able to get off a lot of attacks before we get attacked ourselves. So I think this should be good enough. Yeah, you really want to take down Balthazar, obviously. This would make this a lot easier. But he does have quite a few hit points. So Balthazar has 91 hit points, not too bad. You can also CC a lot of them if you have like turn undead. Those are all options. Okay, that is the end of Balthazar. There's still a few enemies out here. We can probably just open this door. Yeah, I believe there's a few enemies. Nope, the enemies are gone. Okay, I think we're good then. Alright, so there's actually quite a bit in here we can loot. There's also a few clues. These rats are a clue to something we'll discover later. So you can talk to the rats. They won't tell you anything, really, but they will give you a little bit of information. On Balthazar, we get this nice circle of bones, which gives us animate dead and gives us the ability to increase the resistances for our undead allies. So kind of a neat little thing. And soul cage research. So I'm just going to grab everything from this room and then we'll move on. That really is the end of Balthazar. So we are completely done with him now. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode. We did talk with Raphael and he warned us about the dangers below, which we have not yet encountered. We did make it through the Mausoleum and found out more about Ketheric Thorm's mindset whenever he lost his family. And then we made it into the Gauntlet of Shar and passed the first challenge. And then we spoke with Balthazar and decided that we did not need him anymore. So we did take care of him. And that's pretty much it. So I thank you for watching. I appreciate all the support for the channel and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.